There, now I'm recording. Wasn't recording yet.
Let me know when you're fully ready.
You're good now.
Hey guys, welcome! So, if I am not mistaken, we have done Gibo. We have done Urus?
Berkana,
Berkana, Gibo,
Yara,
what's Yara?
yeah, and Lagas.
I got it.
See, we
Okay.
did Berkana, Gibo, Behu, Lagas, Yara.
5?
Yes. Because Berkana
Alright.
was class number 1.
Yes, thank you. So what I'm going to be doing today is kind of having a rough summary of what's happened, and we're going on the other 20, no, 21. Hold on 1 second.
Be 20 of them. There's 25 total. And if I'm not mistaken, one's a mystery rune.
Yeah, Odin's rune.
Hmm?
Okay, so we still have 20 runes to go through. I'm probably going to be sticking on with the runes for, like, actually learning about the runes for about 6 months so that everyone gets it down packed. That if I ask, hey, what's Bricana, y'all can just... Of course, you're going to have your notes and stuff, so that's going to help out too.
Notes? What are notes?
I have no idea. I'm just giving you advice. Oh, there is another form of practice that I do practice, but I would advise not. Well, hold on. Where is it? Dude, I'm not even wearing my necklaces. I should be ashamed of myself.
Mine's sitting next to me on my desk.
Okay.
And
there
I will
are.
end up reading text to you because Leonic cannot voice anything.
Oh, of course, of course. So, y'all know about the runes. Then you have a Galder die.
Balder die?
Galdr, Galdr. It is a more yes and no answers rather than just what the runes say. And like 1 to 5 is no. 5 to 10 is chaos. And wait, 1 to 5 is no. 10
6 to 10.
or 6 to 10 is chaos, and then from 15 to 20 it's yes. I know it sounds simple, but you also got to think
What's
how
11 to
much.
15?
Yeah, thank you. What, 11 to 15 is chaos,
No.
and 15 to 20 is
You said 1 to 5 is no. 6 to 10 is chaos.
6 to 15. My bad. 6 to 15 is chaos. And the closer you are to 5, the worse it's going to be. The
16
closer
to
you
what?
16 to 20 is yes. Now, a Galder die has been enchanted. Like, anyone can get a 20-sided die and go, oh, it's enchanted. No, like, these people have done rituals, arts over this. So, I don't think I'm going to be going into rituals just of yet. Because rituals can be a very touchy subject. I'm pretty sure y'all agree with me on that part. I mean, there's different types of rituals and stuff like that. But if y'all do want that, do message me privately, and we'll talk about it. Hope I hear somebody.
You're hearing an echo.
Say something? Oh, I can hear myself through Leonic's. Oh, hi! I thought I was hearing stuff. Jeez. I'm going, wait. That me? But yeah, Golderdie is a whole different set. If you want me to teach y'all about stuff like that, I will. It's just when you're practicing the actual runes, the runes themselves. I don't know about y'all, but when I actually do a serious, like a real rune reading with my actual um activated runes, not these little. I could rune read all day with these, but with my other one, it drains you. Yes. Thank you. Who?
Me.
Thank you. But hey. So I'm gonna please. We're gonna do 4 more runes, and I'm gonna pull. Now, if we get a repeated rune, there might be something we missed, or that rune just wants to say, "Hey, let's brush up on this." The I don't know what y'all understand about runes. So this is a rune bag or the well. The Norns and the gods speak through the runes, and we gotta be able to translate it to somebody. So if a rune that we've done pops up, 9 times out of 10 it's just a brush up. Just letting y'all know that now. And guys, 2 days in a row I've pulled Gibo. Y'all want to brush up on that?
I'll leave that for our rest of our. I'm sitting here in
It
front of it,
is.
knowing what it is.
Mannaz. Halglaz.
Look so happy.
That's Hell's rune. I am not happy. I don't mean to be that way. It's just Halglaz is one of those runes that you dread to pull. Like, if I could choose any rune other than Halglaz, I would rather choose the Odin rune. It's that bad. And Kano or Kinas. So we got 5 runes. Do y'all want? If y'all don't want to brush up on Gibo, then I could just. So, what do y'all want to do? If y'all can't use your voice, please type on the chat so that Rooster can cover me and I can answer your questions.
Well, actually, why don't instead of brushing up on Gibo, you might pull another one for it. Why don't you give a brief summary, or I can reread the brief summary of what we've learned thus far in
Ah,
in class?
we're okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Earth. Okay. So I decided to switch. Now, like I said, if we go through 5 runes a day, we're gonna be done within 4 or 5 classes. So I'm still gonna teach you how to do the runes. We're probably gonna still brush up, but this is for well, a good runist or a good rune reader.
You've,
That is okay. A real rune reader or a runist will always brush up on old runes. They have to. Like you can ask me one of the older runes, and I can easily tell you what it's about. But it's always necessary to brush up on old runes. Um, a good rune reader, like a true runist, will brush up on both new and old. So that's what these 6 months are going to be. Is you're going to learn all the runes already within 5, 10, like 2 to 4 weeks, like the notes. But actually delving into it is another thing. So, which one do y'all want to do first?
Start with Mannaz.
Mannaz, the man. Or excuse me, Mannaz is the self. Uh, you know what? I'll be right back. I gotta get my glasses. Hello, everybody. We are back. And yes, I'm wearing glasses. I need to see I'm getting old. Oh, Manas, the self. The starting point is the self. Its essential, its essence is water. So it's a water. Uh, Only clarity, willingness to change is effective now. A correct relationship to the self is primary, for from its flow, all possible rights, relationships with others, and with the divine. Remain modest. Nobody knows what that is. That is the oracle's counsel. Regardless of how great may be your merit, be yielding, devoted, and moderate. For when you have a true direction from your life, be in the world, but not of it. And yet do not be close, narrow, or judging, rather remain receptive to the impulse flow from the divines within and without. Strive to live the ordinary life in a non ordinary way. Remember at all times what is coming to be and passing away, and focus on which abides nothing less is called from you now. This is the time of major growth and reflection, and as a rule, reflection must be before progression. The field is tilled before the seed is planted, and gardening is we weed gardening is weeding before the flowers bloom, and the self must know stillness before it can discover the true song. Instead of seeking credit for accomplishments or for focusing on the result, be content to do your task for the task's sake. Herein lies the secret of experiencing true present. If you take the rune of the self and cut it down the middle, you will see the rune of Wunjo or joy. With with its mirror image, there is here a subtle caution against carelessness. The self is required to balance the self. Nothing in excess was the second phase written over the gateway of the Temple of Delphi. The first counsel is know thyself. And Manas does have a reverse, and it's ugly. Um, if you get reverse Manas, You're feeling blocked. Mannaz urges you to begin by being clear with yourself. Do not turn to others now, but look inside in silence for the enemy of your progress. No matter what area of the life is in disarray, stop and consider. You will recognize the outer enemy as but a reflection of what you have not until now been able or willing to recognize as coming from within. Above all, do not give yourself airs. Breaking the momentum of the past habits is the challenger. In the life of the spirit, you are always at the beginning. So, Manaz is kind of one of those runes that is a it's a 50-50. It might be really good or it might be really bad. Just like almost all these runes. There's a few that don't have reversed, and one of them that isn't a reversed is read really badly. And I'm going to get that one out of the way next. But this is Mannaz, and this is reversed Mannaz.
So what does reverse stand for?
Feeling blocked. Mannaz urges you to begin in the beginning. Clear with yourself. Do not turn it to others now, but look inside in silence for the enemy of your progress, no matter the area of your life, is in disarray. Stop and consider. You are recognized the outer enemy as but a reflection of what you have not until now been able or willing to recognize as a coming from within. Above all, do not give yourself airs, AIRS. Breaking the momentum of the past habits is the challenge here. In the life of the spirit, you are always at the beginning.
And what letter is Mannaz? We're gonna keep you on your toes today, sir.
Yes, sir. I expect it from y'all. That's the best part about having y'all as class. Y'all expect me to keep up on my toes.
It's
And I
Leo's
like
fault.
that.
The
Huh?
letters is Leo's fault.
Leo, you dirty boy. Give me a minute, gentlemen.
You know, after 4 letters last week,
M.
doing letters and everything, you would have thought he would have had this, huh, Leo?
Hey, I'm what they call an old school guy. I like to look my stuff up.
And you, you said it's what?
Yes? It's called being an old school guy. I like to look up my stuff.
That's just being old and forgetting.
Huh? I tell you what, boy, young man, rabble, rabble, rabble.
You said what letter? What letter was it?
M for
M.
man. It's a very manly. The next one, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing Halglaz, which is H for hell. Hel, like the goddess. I'm getting that one out of the way. 129. Disruption, eternal power, hail like ice from the sky. Like that's the best way to explain it. And the letter is H. Changing freedom, inventations, and liberations are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identifications with materials, reality, and to experience the world of archetype mind. The element, the rune of elemental disruption is what it is. Of the events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Halglaz is the only upright position, yet is always operating through reversal. With this, you draw this rune. Expect disruption, for it is the Great Awakener. Although the form of the awakening takes many vary, perhaps you will express a gradual feeling of coming to your senses, as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Not embracing, my bad, gentlemen. Then, again, on the onset of power, may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of your life, of yourself, your work, your relationships, or beliefs. Disruption may take forms in relationship failing, plans go awry, a source of supply dried up, divorce, but do not be dismayed. Whether you created the disruption or whenever it comes from the outside source, you are not without power in this situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support, guidance, and time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. Another it's a cycle rune. The term radical discontinuity best describes the action of Halglaz. It is the most forceful, the most severe. The disruption in your life, the more significant times and timely is required for your growth. The universe is your own soul. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. Like I said, I've pulled Halglaz before, and anybody that I've rune read for that I have pulled Halglaz for, their relationship is on the break. It doesn't matter if it's a job, marriage, or anything. Whatever Halglaz, whenever you pull Halglaz, be warned. Always keep your guard up when you pull Halglaz, because that's one of those you fucked up big time. That was one of the other runes that one guy I was talking about a couple weeks ago about his relationship falling apart. He had he had Halglaz. He had reversed Hold up. He had reversed Halglaz. Oh, oh reversed Othila, and I think uh where is it? And reversed Perth. I mean, this guy really, whatever this guy comes finally, he's cheating on his wife and everything else. So, yeah, this guy really messed up. And it was all thanks to this rune. Yeah, Halglaz is a very scary rune to pull because you can literally kiss everything you know goodbye. Now, I want Thurisaz, or do y'all want Perthro? Or y'all want Kano?
Whichever one you pull up.
Okay, Leonic, just to humor you, I won't be sending down too much thunder if you get my drift. But as Thor's rune. The gateway. And yes, Thurisaz does have a reverse. Liana took a picture and I saw it as reverse. I'm like, dude, do you know what you're doing? Now, mind you, I have seen a lot of crazy stuff. I have seen like other Viking tribes that have reverse Thurisaz on their on their peck or something. Gateway, place of non-action. The thunder god Thor. With a gateway is formed in this symbol. This rune indicates that there is work to be done on both sides and outside yourself, both inside and outside. Goddess represents the frontier between heaven and the mundane. Arriving here is a recognition of your readiness to connect the numerous, the divine, to eliminate your experiences so that its meaning shines through its form. Thurisaz is a rune of non-action, thus the gateway is not to be approached or passed through without contemplation. Here you are being confronted with clear reflection of what is hidden in yourself. What must be exposed and examined before right action, before right action can be undertaken. This rune strengthens your ability to wait. Now is not the time to make decisions. Deep transformal focuses are at work at this time. Next to last, it is the next to last of the cycle runes. Visualize yourself standing before the gateway on a hilltop. Your entire life lies out behind you, below you, and before you step through the gate. Pause and review the past, the learning and the joys, the victories and the sorrows, everything it is taken to bring you here. Observe it all, bless it all, release it all. From it is in letting go of the past that you reclaim your power. Step through the gateway now. So, Leonic, that's why I say this rune is for you. This is Thor's rune. By the way, Hell Thor, protector of Midgard. Notice does have a reverse. You ready for this, Leonic? Hell's theme song. Yeah. Okay. Reversed is a quickening of your development. This indicates here, yet even in times of accelerated growth, you will have a reason to halt along the way, to reconsider the old, to interrogate the new, take advantage of these halts. If you are undergoing difficulties, remember the nature of your passage depends upon the quality of your attitude, the clarity of you intentions, steadfast of your will. Be certain that you are not suffering over your. It's basically saying don't suffer over your suffering. That's kind of cool. Drawing Thoros reverse demands contemplation of your part. Hasty decision at this time may cause regrets of the profitability it is you will act from weakness, deceive yourself about your motives, and create new problems more severe than those that you are attempting to resolve. Impulse must not be Impulse must be tempered by through for correct procedures. Do not attempt to go beyond where you haven't yet begun. Be still, collect yourself, and wait on the will of gods or heaven, depending on who you practice. If you get my drift, like that's for a different story. That's for a different story. That's for a different story. Everything's a different story.
All right.
Letter.
Hello. What rooster? Or
What is
what?
the letter?
Darn! I thought I was gonna sneak away with that.
No, he done. He all of a sudden in my head, I'm writing down my paper and all I hear is letter.
Hold on. The letter is TH, like Thor. TH. Thurisaz. Like the Thum from Skyrim if you're TH.
No side, Dovahkiin.
Dang it, Leonic. Here I'm trying to take it serious. It's like Dovahkiin. And all of a sudden the Dovahkiin song pops in my head. I gotta play Skyrim thanks to y'all.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, definitely not. But Leonic, do you understand wearing that rune? It's telling you to settle down, wait, enjoy your life. At least that's what I can. The rough summary on that is. Anybody else have anything to add on them that on that part? Shoot.
I don't.
Yeah, Leonic, trust me, it's hard. You wouldn't believe how many times I want to go to a Viking event or any type of event. It's just my events are now 2-3 months away, and before it was like 9-12 months away. And yes, I'm getting excited of it. Don't worry, I'm trying not to smile like a goofy, dopey kid right now, going,
It's not working very well.
oh, I know. I know. It's okay. All right.
Kano.
We have Kano.
Start with the letter so you can't risk getting away with it. Welcome.
The letter is a K. Anything else, wise guy?
Not yet. Give it time.
It is the opening. That's what she said.
Opening, fire, and torch.
Oh, you guessed right. Let me guess, it's right in front of you.
And right now it is for everybody else in the that's watching the video as well.
Ever dude, way ahead of me. And yes, when I took Kano, okay, let me explain you something about this room. If it's not reversed, it is the best rune to have. It really is. To me, it's the best rune. Except for the Thor rune or the Odin's rune. Like I said, my favorite Skibo, but I don't mind any other except Halglaz and maybe this one. So, a rune of opening and rewarded clarity of dispelling the darkness that is shrouding some part of your life. You are now free on both to receive gifts and enjoy of non-attaching giving. Kano is the rune of the morning of activities. For seriousness, clear intent, and concentration of all which are essential at the beginning of any endeavor. One of the 13 cycle runes, the protection offered by Kano is this: the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmod your own conditioning. In relationships, there can be a mutual opening up which you may trigger or set in motion, although or through your awareness. And the light of understanding is once again available to you. Recognize that while on one hand you are limited and dependent, on the other you exist at the perfect center where the harmonious of benefits forces of the universe merge and radiate. You are that center. Simply put, if you do not, if you have been operating in the darkness, there is now enough light to see the patient on the operating table is yourself. Even though there is a reverse rune, I think I want to skip that rune. All right, moving on. No, just kidding. Wait. There's a reverse rune. You can't sneak out of that. A reverse rune. Expect a darkening of the light in some situation or relationship. Sorry, just had a memory there. A friend may be dying, a partner or marriage or of some aspect of yourself is no longer appropriate to the person you are now becoming. Reversed, this rune points to a death. Sorry, lost train of thought there. Um, this rune points to a death of a way of being that is no longer valid and puts you on notice for that failure. To face up consciously to that death would constitute the loss of opportunity. Kano reverse calls for giving gladly the old and being prepared to live for a time of empty. It calls for developing the inner stability and carries a warning not to be seduced by the moment of old ways while waiting for the new to become illuminated in the proper time. Reversed, this is a death rune. Bad rune to fuck around with. I'm just letting you know that now. This is one of the runes that I pulled when I had the bad news. Was reversed. I I know we got one more rune. Give me a minute.
You don't have to do the fifth rune. You can hold off on it.
All right.
But from what
We'll
I'm
just
reading and what I'm understanding of the next one, that and Kano seem to have similarities in their reversions.
yes, it's because Kano was a Loki rune. And
That's four.
that rune yeah, that's four. Um sorry if that rune threw me off. It's just that rune has brought up bad memories.
Well,
Anyways,
why don't you just stick
um
with those four? That leaves you, what, 16 runes left?
yeah.
That
Yeah,
puts four
and
more
I will
classes of 4 runes each.
yeah, and then the next class that we do, we're actually going to be paying attention. We're going to like I said, for the next 3-4 months, you've heard of wash, rinse, and repeat, right? We're going to be doing that because I want y'all to be sure y'all want to go into the farther practicing of these, because these runes can really, really bring up some bad memories, and they can whatever you are hiding when you do these runes, it's going to pop up. Like, let me explain. Say I do a rune ring to y'all, right? Can I use you as an example, Rooster?
Go ahead.
So, me and Rooster I'm going to do a rune ring on Rooster, right? So I flip them down, and a lot of people that I can honestly say that are beginners just go through the runes once. 3-4 weeks. Oh, I got this. You know how they say knowledge is power, knowledge and intent? Well, if you're trying to do good and you have no idea what you're doing with these beautiful click clack rocks, these click clack rocks will tell you where you're fucking up at. I have hid a question one time. I'm not going to say what it is, but I read my book. I've read my studies. So I did not have a right state of mind at that time. And I did a rune read, and it was a horrible one. I stopped rune reading for a few months because that rune read really messed me up. Like, I avoided runes, I avoided Nordic magic, I avoided everything like that. Because the runes scared me of how legit they were. Because it wasn't the question I was asking, it was the question I was hiding. If we ever do a rune reading, I want y'all to make sure you have no hidden questions, no nothing, because the Norns will answer your hidden question whether you like it or not. So when you rune read, be very, very, very careful and be very, 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 very confident in your knowledge. Because if you're not, the runes will let you know, the Norns will let you know, the gods will let you know. I know that's on a very serious subject right now. It's just pulling up Kano really jarred my memory on that. So, as always, guys, be safe. Don't do anything stupid and don't fuck around and find out.
I got a question before you end.
Mm-hmm.
You have referred to Halglaz as Hell's rune. You've got
Yes.
Thor's rune. You've got a Loki rune. Are any of the other runes that we've done so far correspondent to any of the gods?
Hell.
Or better yet, on that note, you could answer those next week and you can have your next four pulled up for if they correspond with a god or goddess.
Hold on one second. I'm actually going to answer your question on that. Um, I have the right answer. Just give me a minute, please.
Just figured we could end on a little bit lighter note with that because it's like, wait a minute, he said these are this one's rune and that one's rune.
The reason why I'm so serious about the runes is I have learned through trial and error and a lot of tears. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Be careful with the runes. They will tell you your darkest secrets. I know that sounds stupid, but like I said, these aren't activated. I can let Rooster use them or Leonic or anybody to use them if I wanted to. What my issue was is I didn't use my other runes. I used my other runes like a dummy because I wasn't prepared, and well, yeah. And I'm pretty sure you're far enough that y'all want to know what activation is, right?
Not yet.
Like,
I'd rather learn a little bit more before I find out about the activation personally.
okay,
Can't speak for
okay,
anybody else, but I know I would rather learn more instead of having that.
yeah. Here's the Odin rune. Nothing on this side. Nothing on that side. Odin rune is one of my favorite runes. It's the ennoble. But yeah, I'm sorry if I ended on a really dark note. It's just lessons. Serious lessons have been learned.
And
Messing around with these, not knowing what to do.
Lianic agrees. We need to learn a little bit more first before that little tidbit of info gets dangled in front of us, because I would probably want to try to get some and activate it to see what happens. That's a fuck around and find out moment. Oh,
Rooster, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, I wouldn't want to fuck around and find out until I actually know the runes first.
hence why I
Like,
said no.
my personal opinion. So, thank y'all for that. I'm like, I'm sure y'all want to learn, but So, good note. Giebel gave me a gift not too long ago. So, I was talking to some friends about my birthday that I decided to skip from this month and try to go, I'm going to celebrate it next month, right? Was to find out, I have been offered, I'm trying to think of the right word because I know it's going to come off wrong. I have been offered a position in my tribe that has helped me become a better person.
Is awesome.
I am now educating y'all, so y'all have helped me become a better person in my education. I mean, learning these runes are easy once you get the hang of them, but learning them and actually practicing and doing it is two different things. Like I can learn things till I'm blue in the face. I could try to educate y'all till I'm blue in my face, but actually practicing, I would give it about a year worth of rune study, and probably not just a year, probably like 3 years of rune studies. Like, that's my honest opinion. 3 years to learn all the runes. Wait, did I give y'all? Hold up. Okay, I did give it to y'all. Okay. But yeah, since I have been practicing my rune practices, I have learned a lot, and I've grown wiser. When y'all do decide to actually practice the rune crafting and rune practicing and rune reading, we're going to have a sit down and a talk first. If that's okay with y'all.
I have no issues with that.
Because rune reading the wrong way, doing the runes the wrong way, can have severe consequences.